This is Hover One Eagle scooter that was given to me by my friend, and unfortunately it's no longer drivable, and in this video we're gonna try to give it second life with 3D printing. There's a couple of problems with this scooter and it looks like it was never maintained. You can see right here probably a couple of bolts need to be tightened. Next thing, you can see fender is broken, and we're gonna fix that with 3D printing, and the battery for this scooter is not working at all. Let's get to work. There are two nuts inside that were skipping, so I just put a little dab of glue holding those nuts, and I was able to tighten two of those bolts together. This one is pretty solid right now. Very nice. Let's move to the next part. As usually in DIY world, nothing goes perfect. You can see right here we have two triggers, one for acceleration, one for a stop, and both plastic pieces are broken. It doesn't prevent the whole thing from working, but it just kind of thing that kind of looks ugly. And I purchased two triggers from AliExpress. Those are really good quality, I really like them, but unfortunately they intended to be installed on the scooter where the tube has little cutout where you can slide it in and just use it with a cutout. And I'll have to buy another triggers in order to fix this little problem. Again, they work, it's not a huge problem, but it's just ugly, I couldn't fix that. Here's the original part. I have designed completely new one and printed out of PETG. You can see that I printed it this way because we want maximum strength on those ears right here. That's exactly where original got broken. I simplified this part quite significantly and printed it out of PETG high flow from Bamboo Labs. So far I really like how easy it is to print with this filament, much easier than with regular PETG, and we'll see how well it will fit right here. But let's finish installing it. Little spring is broken already, but it still works pretty fine right here. And look at the wheel spinning, and I can stop it. This fender also is a stopper. Very nice. Let's move on to the battery. I have already tried to fix the battery. I took it apart. I took individual cells out, charged them, balanced the battery, but unfortunately those cells are old and no longer able to take the power needed to drive the scooter, to drive the motors. Fortunately, the scooter has 42-volt controller, and we probably can drive it from two 18-volt drill batteries. I have Dewalt's, Makitas and Milwaukee's right here, and we're going to design an adapter which will plug in to the original controller, and we'll try to drive on those batteries. There will be a lot of people who will tell me just go buy an original battery for that scooter, but it is with delivery around $130–140. This scooter is maximum $300, and I already have those batteries. I just want to repurpose them and use it on the scooter. It's a perfect opportunity just to try something new and finally use a 3D printer for a real project instead of using it to build another 3D printer. Based on my research, two of those batteries should have equivalent voltage and capacity to the battery that we have installed within that scooter. Initially, I have designed adapter for Dewalt batteries, but the problem is that at the time I had the Dewalt Power H batteries, which doesn't work within custom projects. Don't buy those batteries if you want to use your batteries in custom projects. Use original batteries. And after that I have made a completely new design for Milwaukee batteries. Let's get to work. There's a bunch of wires that you can damage connected to the LCD controller. First to unscrew two on the front, two on the back, open it up, unplug all the wires, and after that we do those hex bolts. You can see right here, those are the wires I was talking about. First you need to unplug two of those, and now you can easily take apart the handlebar and pull out the battery. There is another charger wire that you need to unplug, but you can see right here, I took apart all of this handlebar and I easily pulled it out. Controller for the scooter located right into the extrusion, and you can easily unplug it and pull it without any problems. You can see by the condition of the battery that I already tried to repair this battery. but unfortunately this battery is so old that there's other cells that in the trouble. I'm only wasting time trying to repair this original battery, and I'm going to install my mod. So in designing those kind of things, first step you take a ruler and make a picture next to it, throw it in your CAD and start designing basic shape. I made little bracket. This took like 20 minutes, and you can see it's easily sliding into the extrusion and looks pretty good. Next step was to design adapter, and I pulled that plate off print test and redesigned it to be using those slide adapters that you crimp around your wires. You just slide it in and it has perfect connection. And that's how final parts are looking like. The design I came up with is pretty simple. You just slide it in around the tube, put the bolt in, we'll have to make little holes and tap them, and I made little spacer that will give me opportunity to have space for the wires. Let's install them and see how it's gonna look like. You can see right here I made 3 holes, one to pull the wire out of the extrusion, and 2 others I tapped them with M5 thread so we could make sure that adapter will never slide and cut the wire. I have made little cable with XT30 connector that we have on original controller, and now we're going to throw this cable into the extrusion and fish those 2 cables out of the extrusion. Then we put the crimps and install our adapter. First we install the bottom plate and I tape together the wires. Now I will drop them in and try to fish out with my tweezers. Middle piece goes like that. Pretty good. And you can see right here how our adapter coming together. Again, we want those to be in series. And just to make sure everyone understands the connection, plus goes on the left side, minus go on left side. Those 2 come from the connector, and our plus and minus on this side are just bridged together. That's it. To cover up that hole, I made a little piece. You just put it in and it snaps. If you want to pull it out, you just push it and you can take it on the side easily. That's how everything looks assembled. Let's put the batteries. Snap 1, snap 2. Now we go on a tap with multimeter and check the voltage. Here's our connector wire. I put multimeter in DC voltage, and let's check if we wired everything correctly. Black to black, red to red, and you can see we have 42 volts, almost 42 volts. Very good. Let's move on and finish the assembly and try the scooter. You can see we slide in the adapter and our wire is perfect length right here to be connected to the controller. Everything else also is connected to the controller, and we have 2 wires that go to the LCD. Alright, let's install the battery and power on the scooter. You can see right here, it goes like that. And let's start it. Hey! Everything works. Let's power on the light. Light is works. Beautiful. Let's go for a ride and figure out how well it does. You can see right here, if I put the stop, it blinks. And I think all the problems solved right now. We're good. And here it is. I was able to drive about 11 miles out of those batteries, and I haven't drove them to the end. I probably could get a couple of more miles. It is very impressive. There is no limitations. This scooter works exactly like it used to work on original battery. Yes, there is a little weight on the front, but I like that because it gives scooter more stability for some reason than riding an original battery. Our stand is working fine, our stop is working perfectly fine. Unfortunately, you can't charge this scooter with original charger that came with the scooter because you need to put those batteries separately on charge. Other than that, the only complaint I have, those triggers. They are broken and I need to fix them. Maybe I can fix it in the next video, or maybe you will see an update on this video. So far, it's been beautiful. Writes perfect, no problem. I really like that this fix was pretty much zero money spent. I already had those batteries. The only thing I had to do is spend time designing the adapter and printing it. It took about 300-400 grams total to design this part, and I'm really happy with this solution and will drive this scooter for a couple of more years probably. Subscribe, like, see you in the next one, bye bye.